and welcome to the Transverse Line, where we make contact with people on and off the court through Victoria's premier netball competition. My name's Angela Banbury. Thanks so much for joining us. It's V&L Grand Final night. The action is going to be hot out on court one, and we're going to speak to 4 people who are going to be right in amongst that action. So stick with us and let's have a little bit of fun out in the Transverse Line. Welcome back to the Transverse Line. I am joined by Grace Markovic with a C. We'll get that one right. All the commentators, make sure we remember that. How are you, Grace?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
That's good. So vice captain of MU in the 23s. Big night.
Very big night. Yeah, our group chat's been going off all day. We're super excited. Yeah, I mean, obviously we wanted to be here from round 1, but to actually be here and for it to be today is pretty extraordinary.
Yeah, awesome. So tell us a little bit about your journey through playing with MU. Tell us a little bit about how you've got to this stage.
So I started my rep netball here at Parkville. So I was a Parkville rep player, and then from that I got picked up into the Melbourne Uni Academy and then Melbourne Uni Bolts team, and then I debuted in the under-19s Melbourne Uni team in 2019, maybe.
Okay,
I think that was. And then, from there, I've been playing V&L ever since. I played 3 years 19s and then moved up to champ for 2 years. But last year I was injured for most of the year, so I decided to come back in the 23s because obviously we have a super strong team, so it's been a great season.
Yeah, nice one. So you played, as you said, we were sort of speaking before, so you played defensive mid-court, so wing defence kind of position into circle defence, had a little stint at goalkeeper.
Yeah.
What's the coach thinking, putting you back at goalkeeper? What was the message at the break then?
It was our first final against Blaze.
Okay, yeah.
And I started wing defence and then played goal defence and then goalkeeper, and we were down by a fair bit, so it was just try win some ball. We'll see.
That's what the coaches have that chance. That's their prerogative to try all things different. So it's been a good season if we talk about the home and away, and then obviously final. So talk us through you finished second on the ladder.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about the season, the home and away season.
Yeah. So coming in, we knew we had a really strong team. We're all talented athletes, but when we come together, I think the culture we have and what we provide for each other is really strong.
Yeah, nice.
So going in, we had our first couple of rounds. We went down to Geelong for round 2, who we're playing tonight, obviously, but we had the game in Torquay.
Yep.
And Steph and Jackie, our coaches, organised for all of us to stay down there. So we spent a night together. Looking back, that was probably the best thing we could have done for us as a team. We really bonded, and they were some of our best memories, I think, just spending the night together. And I think that really set the tone for the rest of the season. We had the 2 losses to Blaze and also 1 to Falcons, so 3 losses for the season. So we were pretty happy with that coming into finals. I think second place, obviously first is where you want to finish, but second was just as good.
Well, it's final 6, so it gives yourself the same opportunity.
So I think we just went into every game knowing that some teams had nothing to lose lower on the ladder, so we never were complacent. But we used every game to get everyone on the bench, and now everyone on the court. So now everyone has enough experience to take the court in this final, which I think gives us a little bit of an edge over some other teams.
Like hearing that. So the finals. So first 2 played each other. So that was the match against Blaze. And it was a decent loss.
The first half was really strong, and I think we've used that to motivate us. The first half, I think halftime was even, and we felt really confident, and then we really let it go. Going into training that week, we knew that we could play solid netball, but we just had to do it for 4 quarters, and that's really what we worked on. And since then,
haven't looked back.
Yeah, we haven't looked back.
Yeah, so then you get your next win, you face up against Blaze again in what is the prelim final. And really run away with it. So find yourself here in the grand final. Did you expect it was going to be the Cougars?
Absolutely not.
No, you probably expected last week to be the grand final kind of game.
Yeah, 100%.
Which I think most of the netball community probably thought as well. So you said round 2. Did you play Cougars again? So it's just been the once. So do you look at the round 2 vision? Have you just sort of gone, nah, we'll just do our own thing? And
Yeah, absolutely. Round 2 is pretty much off the cards.
So long away.
So long ago for us, so long ago for them. We've watched the last couple of rounds. We know that they've finished the season strong. So we've had a look at what they've done there, how they beat Blaze. Yes. Obviously, that was a key for us. And yeah, we've done, our coaches, the team, we've done a lot of match vision. We think that, you know, we're really confident with what we know, but we also know that we're going to be playing our game to win tonight.
Yeah, nice one. If you had to sort of say who's going to be the one player from your team that's going to be the standout or the one that's going to break the game open, besides the, you know, starting wing defence, who do we have to keep our eye on?
Oh, look, I think we all need to play a strong game in order for us to win tonight. I think, you know, our intercepts come from, we have Tilly Shepherd at the back, and she's won a lot of games for us. But obviously, it's the full court pressure to get it down there. But I think if she can, you know, get the goal shooter off early, then we hopefully an early lead and it's a settled game to the end. But yeah, I think she'll have a really big night. Montea Sardi, obviously, pretty exciting player, can get killer intercepts. So yeah, if
another
she's
mid-quarter
on,
with you,
another mid-quarter, centre player, so gets intercepts, feeds well. If she's on, then I think we've got a really good chance.
Yeah, I like the sound of that. So tonight, obviously, the grand final. Do you even worry about next year or anything like that? Full focus on tonight?
No, full focus is tonight. We've been kind of looking back on the season as a team. We know that it probably won't be the same team next season. We've got a couple of girls aging out, a couple of girls who should be moving up to champ. So we've been reminiscing good things, what's been great. But yeah, I think the focus now that we're walking in tonight is just on this game, quarter by quarter, and we'll just have to see how it goes.
And traditionally, Melbourne Uni have a really strong following. They've got the Clappers. There'll be a big contingent in the stadium tonight, which is very exciting. If you're not only here, if you're streaming it or whatever, it'll be fun to watch. So,
absolutely.
Grace, thank you for joining us on the Transverse Line. We've got a little bit of a gift for you. It's grand final night, so we've got the blanket in there and a couple of netballs. So,
thank you so much.
I'm energetic. Good luck for tonight.
Thank you.
We look forward to seeing the result at the end of the 6:50 game.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll
awesome.
let you get going.
Thanks
for joining us.
Thanks so much.
See ya. Welcome back to the Transverse Line. I'm joined by Cougars co-captain Mimi Lockwood. Welcome.
Thank you.
Now, we had your other co-captain Charlie on a few weeks ago. How does it work between you and Charlie as co-captains? Do you toss the coin tonight?
I think we're tossing it together, which is exciting. We're literally just talking about it out there. And we're like, I think last game together, we need to do it together.
Nice.
So, which would be very exciting. I think we've balanced it well all season, so we're like, we may as well finish off together.
Perfect. And now, have you worked out, obviously, if you win, you know, you pick the ball, you pick the centre pass?
Actually, no, we don't. We pick our ends first, get in their head a little bit.
Okay, all right. Is this something that you normally do?
We've started it in finals, just so then our goalers can finish down the end of our coaches, just so it's a bit calmer. We've got our cheering end,
Interesting. Happy to give up the first centre pass to choose your end.
We'll always get the deflection and then we'll be two ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is something I would not have expected.
Yeah.
I'm glad I asked the question.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, well, we're going to watch the coin toss now.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, so win the toss, choose the end, get the first intercept. What's the plan for the rest of the game?
Don't think we have a plan. I think our biggest thing
I'm not
is...
sure Mel's going to be happy with you saying that.
I think we've all got what we want to focus on, obviously, but I don't think we're putting pressure on ourselves to execute anything in particular.
Okay.
I think we all just want to have confidence. We want to have a good game.
Yep.
We've obviously shown what we can do the last few weeks.
Yep.
I'm just excited. I think all the girls, we're all a bit nervous. So I think we just got to get out there, play our game, do us. We have our word, which is just focus. We always say if you do a bad pass, we focus. We tell each other on the court, we focus, and that's something that pulls us back together as a group, which is nice.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
Now, you play mid-court, you play centre. So, again, you're giving up that first centre pass.
Yeah.
So, happy to do that.
I like it though because I feel like I'm nervous, so I don't want to be responsible for the ball. I'm like, I would rather defend, get into the game, then I'll take my centre pass.
Okay, this is good. This is good. All right, so we've gone through that in terms of to get here. So the season, you didn't probably expect to go straight through to the grand final. Didn't finish in the top 2. So tell us a little bit about the home and away season, and then we'll talk about finals. So tell us a little bit about what was the highlight of the home and away season.
Yeah, I think like it's obviously been a bit of an up and down season for us. I think it took like pretty new like we had like a body of last year, a lot of new girls, but I think like as a whole our team obviously is very young. So I think like it just took us a while to connect, and you know, for girls to be confident, to talk to each other and stand up to each other and just like kind of really connect as a team. So like I think it was evident. I think we had a few really bad games throughout the season, but like I mean, winning isn't linear, right? Like you have to have that up and down for growth and learning. And I think that's honestly like brought us closer, because we know if we are down, we know that we can get back up. So I think that's been like super important for us. Again, like it's made us reflect and bring words into our game like focus. So then like we can say to each other, this is where we really need to lock in. And I think, throughout the whole season, like that's just how we've grown as a team. We've really matured. I still would say, like, going in tonight, we're still the underdogs, really. Like, So, no pressure on the girls. Like, I think it would just be really good to get out there.
It's almost like a free hit.
Yeah, just a free hit,
So, in terms of the final series, you win your first game, and then you come up against North East Blaze, who were probably touted a long way out as being here tonight. And they're the ones who aren't.
I know.
So, what was that night like when you got that win to know that you're heading into a grand final?
Yeah, I think that was pretty crazy. I mean, I don't think any of us could have believed that we were straight into the grand final.
Because you were up for a lot of it and they came back at you.
I think, so I think like what I said before is just like, I think the way our season has panned out and that up and down has like got us to this point. So like when the challenges come, we know how to stand up against like the harder teams. So I feel like, unfortunately for Blaze, like I feel like it's always, you always see that like when you win the whole season and it comes to finals, like you may not be able to deal with that pressure as much. So like obviously it's sad for them. Like we didn't know who would play tonight, just like because who knows, but very excited to play MU. I think it'll be a fresh game. Like we haven't played them since round two, so like
time ago.
like who knows what's going to happen, but I like that. I like going in with clear perspective. And
and of course then you had the week off. So what did the week off look like? Was it something different? Did you do anything different, or was it training as usual?
It was training as usual. I think we trained normally on Monday, and then Wednesday we just did like match play with our champ girls, some of our trading partners and all that. And then we actually just had dinner together and watched MU and Blaze play. So that was just like honestly really good for us to just get more connection in, talk about like what we want to achieve, our goals for the grand final. So we actually really enjoyed having
a week off.
It was good, good connection.
Refreshing.
And like obviously a lot of us are from Geelong, so it was nice to stay in Geelong for the night.
Yeah, perfect. Well, you're here tonight, and of course you've been here previously, but with the team that you're about to play.
Yes.
So what's that feeling like?
I think it's a bit like bittersweet, obviously. It's like, I obviously am quite good friends with a lot of the MU girls, so like I'm very happy for them that they've made it here as well. I think it'll be funny. Like I'm really good friends with Mon, who's the centre as well, so we'll be playing on each other a lot of the game, and we've had some off-court chuckles about playing on each other. But nah, I'm not like, I like love and respect all of those girls, so I'm just excited to play against them, I guess.
Yeah, nice one. Of course, when you walk out onto the court though.
Yeah, no friends.
Yeah, exactly. Just put that bib on and away we go.
Yeah.
It's her first centre pass, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
If the toss of the coin goes that way.
Yeah.
All right. So, what happens? You spoke about the champ team. Are they all coming tonight?
I hope so. Yeah. I think
notoriously Geelong, they follow. They have a good following. Yeah.
I think we've got I feel like all of my friends are coming
Good.
from home. We have all of our family and friends. I think, we have a lot of, like, a big crowd. So it's really important to us that all of our friends and family are there to support us, and hopefully very loud.
Yeah.
But that's something that we were proud of. Like, Blaze crowd were massive.
Yes.
But I feel like we did well to stand up against them, so that was exciting. You'll probably hear my mum, my mum screaming.
Good, Mrs. Lockwood. We want her out
Mrs.
there.
Lockwood.
Mrs. Lockwood. I'm going to let you head off, but before we do, we're going to give you a little gift from Energetic. That's one for you.
Thank
There's a
you.
nice blanket in there to keep you warm after your win, but good luck for tonight and for the rest of your netball career.
Yeah, thank you so much.
The teams are on their way through. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Welcome back to the Transverse Line. I'm joined by regular AJ Valentine. Welcome back.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, exciting night.
I'm not sure if I expected to have you back, AJ.
Oh, I didn't say that.
That's terrible, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it was a really good win a couple of weeks ago,
Yeah.
and probably unexpected by everybody. I mean, we probably thought we were in with a chance, but you just don't know. I mean, it is Falcons, and they've won a lot of games in a row. So yeah, it was a really, really good performance, and hopefully we can do it again tonight.
Who's counting?
Well, I think
Something like
the
that.
previous season included, it was something like 42 in a
yes,
row.
of
So
course.
it was,
Yep.
it's a lot.
Yeah. I think they lost their first one last year, and that was it.
Yep.
So it's nice to be the first one to end that.
Yeah.
And then it's what you do tonight now.
That's right. I know it doesn't count for much if we don't get it done tonight, but
Correct.
hopefully the girls can bring it again.
Yeah, nice one. So a week off, what happens in that week off? And I'm really interested to know because the team that I coach potentially is going to have a week off in finals. So I want to know what I'm going to need to do.
Yeah. Oh, look, we just tried to keep it as normal as possible. We still just trained on both Sundays, and then we organised
People are excited. It's grand final
Everyone's going
night. If you
nuts.
heard that in the background, it's all good. It's grand final night.
and we just had a practice match on Wednesday night
Yeah.
with some of our 23s and a couple of players from other clubs, including my wife, who came down and had a bit of a run. So, just tried to keep it as normal as possible and just keep the routine.
Yeah. And there were some special guests I saw. So previous.
Yeah, so, I mean,
players?
as I've sort of said, it's been a long time since we've been in a grand final.
Yep.
We're back before
In
we
the
were
champ
at Hawks.
division,
In
'cause-
champ,
yeah,
correct.
yeah,
We've
'cause
obviously
Hawks
had
have
some
been-
success
yeah.
in 23s and
Yeah.
Div 1, but champ, it's been a little while. So, it was 2011, and we just got a couple of those, club greats who were a part of that team to come back and have a chat to the girls on Sunday, which was awesome.
Yeah, probably the one staple has been Shane O'Sullivan.
Yes, and Moores actually. Moores,
Okay.
our team manager. She
Yep.
was
Oh,
actually
of course, yes,
team
yes.
manager of that team in 2011. So
Fantastic.
it's been a little while waiting for her too.
The best lolly container.
We're doing the rounds in the crowd tonight.
One of the best.
Yep,
I've
yep.
probably put my hand in it too many times. All right, so kept it normal. It was a really good win. What do you take from that win to implement again tonight?
Look, it was probably definitely was the first time that we played a four-quarter performance against Falcons.
Yep.
And look, I mean, there were still things that we felt like we could do a little bit better, just our decision-making at times.
Yep.
But, I guess the message to the girls was that, we had the game plan and the actual, talent and ability to match it with them and go with them for 4 quarters. So it was great that they could prove to themselves that they could do that. And now we get a free crack at it tonight.
The team was here last week. I saw them sitting in the stands. There were a few of them that were
Yeah,
here
we
watching?
trained beforehand, so then they just wandered in afterwards and had a bit of a look. Yep.
Yeah, good to have a little spot.
Yep.
What is there a particular focus, knowing that this doesn't get put on,
Until
put on
afterwards.
anything until afterwards?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
is there a focus, or is it just purely about Hawks netball, or is it Hawk netball? I don't know.
Yeah, hot ball. Look, I mean, obviously they've got some things that we need to, focus on as a group. Like, Jane scored 48 million goals. Part of the plan is to sort of shut down the supply to her. We've got a couple of things that we sort of throw at them to try and do that. But, they're very good at what they do. So, the message is to the defenders in particular, just there's going to be some balls go over your head and you just, treat every centre pass like a new opportunity. And, we will get some opportunities throughout the game. We've just got to grab them.
Yeah, nice one. Well, thank you for coming back to the Transverse Line. I don't want to keep you up. It is a big night, grand final night. There's awards going on. It's all happening. It is all happening. But wish you all the very best for the grand final. It's always the better team wins on the night.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's hope that the umpires don't influence the decisions
No, of course
or
not.
whatever happens. But it's all about, well, more than 7 athletes from both sides on the court. But good luck.
Thank you.
Another little gift from Energetic. There's a blanket in there.
Thank you. It might be handy tonight when it's cold.
Yeah, when it gets cold, a couple of netballs as usual. But thank you for returning.
All good.
Yeah, good luck.
Thank you very much. And also thank you for doing this little show throughout the year. It's good to have some interest in VNL, so thank you as well, Ange.
My pleasure. Thank
All
you.
good. Thanks, guys.
Welcome back to the Transverse Line. I'm joined by, thank you, Stacey Camden in the house. But I'm joined with Toddy. Welcome.
Thank you.
Apparently your first name is Jacinta.
It is.
But does anyone ever call you that?
Not really.
No.
I think in the netball community, I've always been Toddy.
Just been Toddy.
Although earlier years I was probably called Jay because Jacinta was too long. But Toddy, in my later years of playing and all of coaching thus far. And I miss Todd at school. So yeah, it's Toddy.
It's Toddy. Perfect. So tonight we're here. It's grand final. It wouldn't feel right if the Falcons weren't a part of grand final night. You went a bit close to not being here. What's been going on the last 2 weeks?
Look, yeah, you might say it's unusual that we are one that often gets into the grand final after the first kind of week of finals, although it was second week of finals. So maybe it was the new final structure that played a bit of a role
Final 6
for us. So something a little bit different. Credit to Hawks though, they played a really good game. We didn't quite combat what they were playing at the time, and so we had to go into the following week against Burundara, who are a team that we've played quite often over the last few years, and then we're obviously in tonight. So we're very happy and glad that we've made it here for us to have a huge crack.
It's obviously almost resumed normal trading because you've made the grand final kind of thing.
Yeah.
Especially after the season. So undefeated throughout the whole season. What happens after each week? Another win, another win, another win. How do you stay up all season to achieve that?
Obviously, we move on to the next game straight away. We do reflect and we have a chat and give feedback and stuff to players, but then we move to the next game and prep for that. Our players, as well as ourselves as coaches, always challenge each other, and we always want to be better than what we were the week before, better than what we were the year before. And I think that challenge is something that the players absolutely love and thrive with.
It's a massive achievement just to go through a season undefeated. Obviously, that first final that you spoke about, probably unexpected. The second final. What has been the focus since that final? Because you obviously had to play another one in between. So was it 1 week at a time to get here, or was it something different? Because it was different. You'd lost. Yeah,
but I think too, having a loss, and we've had losses in the past, but more during season, you learn from it. And I think the girls definitely learned from it and has said, well, you know, what do we need to improve and do better at to get ourselves into the, as everyone likes to say, the big dance or the grand final. And that's what we did. We didn't think ahead to the grand final. We moved to the next game and we needed to fix what we needed to from that week.
Your role, your assistant coach, sit there with Marg and Alexia. How does it work between the three of you? Because we've seen a panel of coaches at the City West for forever and a day. So how does it work as the panel?
We've always been a panel. We call ourselves a panel. Obviously, Marg, we call our head coach of our club. So she's across not only our champ and our 23s, but she's across all our 19s and pathway programs, even our association pathway as well. And then myself and Alexia in particular, I work specifically with championships. So we are like the champ coaches. And look, we share the load. Like often you'll notice I probably work more with the attack end and Alexia with defence. But when it comes to training and stuff, we're across both as well. So whilst we've got the head honcho, there's the two of us that are also doing a lot of work behind the scenes and at training. Yeah,
nice one. You don't live locally?
No.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about what goes on in your week in terms of other netball, other commitments. You said, you know, you Miss Todd at school. What's a week for you?
A typical week for me would be that I am part-time, but it's still 0.8. Which is still pretty much full-time. I do go to school every day. Often there might be times where I get to go in a little bit later or leave early. So yeah, typical week, 5 days a week at school. Then I have on obviously Wednesday nights I will travel down here for game night, or if it's pre-season it'll often be training. Sunday nights are also our training night.
Out at Altona?
That's out at Altona, yep. I also am involved with a footy netball club back home, which is about Nathalia,
yes.
It's another 40 minutes from my place approximately, and I'm there Thursday nights for training, and I get to share the load there with Tracy Breton, who's actually head coach at Bendigo, so we actually do a lot of work together there, and we have games on Saturdays. So she's chockers. I also do mornings. So my Wednesday morning, my Wednesdays are huge. Wednesday mornings I often do Sports Academy once a fortnight, early in the morning at school. So I head honcho that, and then do a whole day of vet sport, aquatics and recreation, teaching, and then jump in the car and head straight down to Melbourne for game night.
Goodness. And then of course home is up near Shepparton.
Shepparton, yeah.
So it's a solid week and it's a lot of driving.
Yes, it is.
It's got to be a passion then, because you can't do what you do if you don't love it.
Yeah.
So you obviously love City West Falcons. What creates that love?
I was a player, and I was fortunate enough when I moved to City West Falcons to get some awesome coaching under the guidance of Marg and Nicole Richardson.
Yes.
Richo, as everyone would know her as.
I was going to say, you're Toddy. Who's Nicole Richardson? Yeah.
I know. And it was I think it stemmed really from there that once my playing time at state league started to, I was getting a bit older, it was Marg that actually tapped me on the shoulder to say, do you want to do some coaching? And I didn't even think that I would do that. It marries up with teaching, so it does make sense. But it's the competitive nature at Falcons. It's the learning environment that I also get there and what I'm learning there. It's the players that you work with. It's just a really awesome culture and a really great environment to be around, and just keeps me coming back. Like I did take a break there for a moment because of travel, but there was a tap on the shoulder again to come back and see if I was keen to assist with the championship side, and it was something that I just couldn't resist.
Because home must be just as important, to stay at home up that way to then have to travel down to Melbourne as well. So being a country person, even though Shepparton's a big regional city now, but it's important to still be at home where you have grown up.
Well, I actually didn't grow up in Shep. Fun fact. I'm actually from Melbourne, so I still have my family in Melbourne as well.
There you
so
go. Learn something.
It was netball that also drove me up there, and just something new, environment in a new school as well, that I just wanted to give it a go and see how it was, and if I didn't enjoy it I could always come back. And I'm now been there for 11 years. So many people will say, you're from there. I'm country, and they think I'm from, I've grown up there, but I've actually grown up in Melbourne. So I think that's also what draws me back to Melbourne and the opportunities that are here.
Nice one. We'll bring your attention back to tonight's game. Obviously, last week's prelim final. Was it a different week? Is it watching the vision from the match that you had against the Hawks, or is it just plan for what you do and what you do best?
It's a bit of both. So it was watching vision across both players and coaches, getting in, having a look from our previous games, not just necessarily the semi-final. It's also, we played them twice during the year.
And they've been reasonably close, those matches as well.
They've all been close. So we've gone back and looked at those games. And then, we've gone back into what is the Falcons' way of playing as well. So we've gone back to our roots and what we need to do to win for tonight.
I'm going to let you go because, it's a big night. I wish you all the very best.
Thank you.
You're going for how many in a row?
4.
4 in a row. It is an amazing effort. But netball at such a high level in Victoria, to know that the Falcons have been that successful, and obviously playing in another grand final tonight, it is amazing for a club and for the coaching group, and of course for the playing group as well. So good luck.
Thank you.
May the best team win.
Yep.
Who do you barrack for in AFL?
I barrack for Hawthorn.
And tonight?
I am barracking for City West Falcons.
Correct. A little gift from sponsor Energetic.
Oh, thank you.
Again, wish you all the very best, and thank you for joining us on the Transverse Line.
Thank you.
Thanks, Toddy.
Awesome. Ta.
Thanks to DHM Talent Management, we're going to whip through the scores of the 2 grand finals, and we'll start with the 23s, where it was Melbourne University Lightning too good for the Geelong Cougars, 54-42. It was neck and neck throughout the first half, Cougars getting off to a good start, 14-11 at the first break, and then Lightning bouncing back in that second quarter to lead by just 1 goal at half time. 4 goals the difference at the third break, and then Lightning skipping away in the last quarter to win by 12. In the championship division, it was City West Falcons getting their 4th premiership in a row, defeating Hawks Netball 60-58. An absolute cracker of a match. Hawks Netball bouncing out of the blocks, leading by the 5 goals at the quarter break and extending it during that second quarter to lead 33-26. The premiership quarter, that all-important third quarter, it was when the City West Falcons, they played hard and strong contested netball to bring the margin back to just 3 goals at the last break until they were able to get over the Hawks in that last exciting and thrilling quarter to ultimately win by 2 goals and, as mentioned, to win their 4th premiership in a row, 60-58. Congratulations again to both premiers, City West Falcons and Melbourne University Lightning. Of course, all of these scores are brought to you by DHM Talent Management. That's it for another episode of the Transverse Line. That's it for the season of the Transverse Line. Thanks so much for joining us. A big thank you as always to our sponsors, both DHM Talent Management and Energetic, for all of your support throughout the season. And of course, to our special guests, the 4 of them on this episode, as well as everyone who has joined us throughout the season. Thanks for making it on the Transverse Line and making it such a great little podcast, YouTube show that it's been. A big thank you to Kalia and Kim, who helped me start the Transverse Line, along with Trav, who merched me out, and of course to the VNL staff, obviously Stacey and Rach and one Jenny Dole, for all of your support and help throughout the season. Could not have done this, obviously, without the players, the coaches, the umpires, the bench officials, and everyone that has supported the Transverse Line and come on board and had a quick little interview with me. So that's it. Congratulations to the City West Falcons and Melbourne University Lightning on your premierships. Still out there out on court, the City West Falcons. I'm sure that they will continue the party somewhere along with Melbourne Uni. And of course, well done to Hawks Netball and of course Geelong Cougars for your performances, not only tonight but throughout the season. Again, thanks to everyone for joining us on the Transverse Line, and I hope you continue to have a little bit of fun through netball.